Who is these women? A lot of these women that talking this cash money stuff is old, fertility shot. They don't even qualify for the conversation that they are speaking on. I don't even know why y'all even listen to what these women are saying.
Like, nigga, go change your hairline. Here.
What? I got baby hair.
It's down the street. It's in another. It's been called a flight. Go chase your hairline. Shit.
No, one thing I learned about women, right? Since I've been growing up, you never listen to not one word that come out their mouth.
I think what happens, excuse me, Scott Galloway. I think what happens is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bo, but women like Bo, from what I heard, and she said it, to where we're still trying to figure out where men are headed in the development of society now, because what was expected of women in yesteryear is no longer expected from women current day. However, that is not the case when it comes to men, because men are still very much expected to do the things that men have always been expected to do. And society has shifted and changed. So we have a group of women who are progressive. We have a group of women who do not subscribe to the traditional nature of what was. And then we also have those same women saying, well, since we're changing, we expect men to also change, but we also want you to stay the same. But you still need to approach us and don't be pussies, because that's what men do. And it becomes a lot of conflation. That's what I see, right? And so I've said this before in this podcast. I'll repeat it. I think that we should be trying to explore what the development of men looks like now and what masculinity looks like now. I think that there are core things that will never change. Men are hardworking. We like to rough play and all these things. But I do think that because of the world we live in now, it requires different elements of manhood, different levels of development of manhood. And I don't know how much we can figure that out tonight or moving forward, but I do see that's the disconnect. It happens quite often, and that's what I wanted to add, and I'll land.
Like, I don't disagree with that. The one thing I will say is I don't never have a problem with approaching a man. I don't. I'll go talk to a man in a minute. Hey, how you doing? My name is, what's your name? The same thing I expect of a man. I will do that, because I understand how difficult it is for a man to approach a woman. And listen, I know how mean women can be. So why not take the pressure off and just approach and show interest? Unfortunately, men are not going to seriously date a woman that's going to approach them. They think that's a turnoff. So, like, it's a catch-22. I've heard that so many times. It's a lot of men that will say that I have heard. I'm sorry, that's what I've heard. If it's not true, it's not true. I get it, but I've heard men say that. I don't want a woman that's going to approach a man because I think that's masculine. Then, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not as I'm not as quick to do it as I used to be, because I've heard too many men say that. So, like, now we're at an impasse, because, like, I want women to stop saying, don't approach me in the gym, don't approach me in the grocery store, I'm there to do blah blah blah. Bitch, you out in public. You know what I'm saying? Let that man approach you, because how else you gonna meet him? You gonna meet him in your house? Where you supposed to meet him? So I don't like when women do that, but I also don't like when men think that it is masculine for a woman to approach them. I'm showing my interest verbally.
But this is perfect, Bo. Thank you. What you're admitting to is that you may be one of the progressive women I'm referring to. And it's happening right now. What I heard Sweeney say, and I heard the other men say, when we're talking about who approaches, resting bitch face and all that stuff, right? See, women think that men don't observe women up front. Men interact with women, and they interact with sometimes hundreds, maybe sometimes thousands. What I typically see is that most women observe men from afar. Just to even your admission, Bo, you've heard men say certain things, and I'm not saying that has not been said. I can't battle that that's not true in your anecdotal experience, but it's statistically proven that women that approach men typically end up married or at least engaged. This is data-based because it does remove the pressure of interacting and so on and so forth. This has been proven. But basically, again, that's what I'm speaking to. There is a divide that continues to happen. Our society now does not look like it did 50 years ago. We know that. And it's not just technology. It's just the way things are. So this probably wouldn't have occurred. Let's just say technology existed. Women weren't allowed in men's spaces. We didn't talk to y'all. Y'all didn't really talk to us. So a lot of things are changing, right? And that's what I'm kind of speaking to. Women, I believe, with all of their innovations and all of their newness of existing in the world, are expecting men that are still expected to be men the way you guys can digest men being men. Because there are men, and I've heard this too, that there's men that are emotionally intelligent. There's men that are articulate. And when those men come and start talking to certain women, they don't even know how to handle that man, because in their mind, a man's not supposed to talk that much. He's not supposed to be able to, have a conversation. Oh, matter of fact, he's not supposed to be able to combat and go back and forth with a woman if he disagrees with her. And so then you still have some sitting back in a mindset that's very archaic. Like, well, which one do you want? Like, do you want the new version? Do you want the old version? And men are sitting here kind of going like, we're adapting as we know how to, but I think there needs to be some patience on the female side with that adaptation. And
Hey y'all, what's going on, man?
Man, turn
What's
your
up,
goddamn
JR?
microphone down, man. What is wrong with you?
Oh, my bad. I didn't know that.
I'm just fucking with you, J.
What's going on? Can I say something to this?
Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
So I personally think that y'all putting these women on a pedestal, and that's why these women is punking y'all. I never had these issues. Now, shout out to me, Jay Prince for President. Last weekend, I just went on the Pop the Balloon show. And guess what?
Shit.
All my balloons got popped. But guess what happened? The host, the female host and her wife came to my house the next day. I've been chopping up with the host and her wife. They married lesbians. They looked better than all the women that had balloons. So I'm still winning, right? So here's my thing, and they approach me, right? Here's my thing. They keep trying to make us men basically bow down and come to these women. It's almost like applying for a job with a felony. You giving women power when you have to approach them. I know we was programmed to approach them, but what is you really gaining? I think that men lose his power when he got to beg a woman to give him basically surrender all his resources. That don't even make sense, natural sense. Why would I beg you to surrender all my assets and resources to you? Who is these women? A lot of these women that talking this cash money stuff is old, fertility shot. They don't even qualify for the conversation that they are speaking on. I don't even know why y'all even listen to what these women are saying. Like,
Here,
one
go
thing
change your hairline. Here.
What? I got baby hair.
It's down the street. It's in another. It's called a flight. Go chase your hairline. Shit.
No, one thing I learned about women, right? Since I've been growing up, you never listen to not one word that come out their mouth. Y'all listen to these women and y'all taking a logical point of what they saying. These women are very emotional, so they emotions fluctuates. Even though they could be telling their God honest truth in this moment, but the next moment they might believe whole new set of rules. Depends on what type of vibe she feeling at that moment. You know how many women have told me that I was ugly? That if this was the last man on earth, I won't never fuck you while I'm fucking them, the shit out of them. This is the last time. All my women said I was ugly. Most of them. Look at Flora. That's my wife.
You are and unbathed.